Hi, it's Erin, and today I'm going to be talking about the Technology Tools Shop course, and specifically talking about Gmail, Drive, and Calendar. So to start off with, I'm just going to give you a brief overview about Gmail. Gmail is now our email that we use at the college, and there's lots of great features that you can use. You're going to see on my screen that I have my Gmail sorted by what's important, starred, everything else. A lot of your options that you can change and update are going to be right here under this gear circle here, which is settings. And under settings, I can go in and make tons of different changes. There's lots of options in here that you can choose. So again, this is a brief overview. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but let me start off with by giving you just a brief overview of what's in your mail. So going through, you're going to see over on the left-hand side is your navigation area. You have the option to compose a new email message, and you can choose to whom you would like to send your email to. And then you can put in the subject just like you would write an email. You've all done that before. You also have options to attach a file. You can attach a file that you may want to choose. And then when you're done, you hit send. You also have the option to just save that email. And what happens then is it actually goes into what is called your drafts. And the nice thing about this is that if there's an email that you've been working on, you haven't sent it yet, you can go back and send it. You also have on the left-hand side here, so going down, there's your inbox. That shows up the email that's come in. You've then got your sent mail. Under sent mail, that's all the email that you sent. You've then got, again, the drafts. And then spam. Okay, the spam box is an area where, for example, if there is a email, for example, here, I may choose up on this little exclamation point here to make that a spam. And what happens then is Gmail will then flag that every time I get an email from that. It will then show up in my spam box. Okay, so that we can keep that stuff out. Then we've got junk mail. You've also got labels, and in Gmail, you have the option to, for example, anything that may, for example, be from MATC, or in my case, I have a local 212 label set up, will then be flagged into that area. And again, in the tool shop, I can go into more detail and help you get that set up on your own. Then under more, you have options in here that you can star. You can put stars here on items that are important, so you can show just your starred items. You can then go in under chats, and this is a really great option where you can actually chat right through your Gmail. You can make yourself visible, and then you can go down and you can search through for coworkers, etc., and you can then choose to chat with them. And if it has a little video camera here, that means that you can actually video chat. All right, so that's chat. Then there's also, you can link to your Google+. I'm not going to go into that today, but that's the circles here. There's some notes. So the point is with your email, there's tons of options. One of the best features though in Gmail is the search options. And up here, you can put in a search maybe for a specific person. For example, I'll pick on Toshiba here. So by clicking on this, it'll show me any of the emails that have Toshiba in there, and I can actually even go in and say, hey, you know what, it has an attachment, or it was actually, in this case, it has Adams in there, Toshiba. Do a search, and then notice that only items that have an attachment will show up. So really, really great search options. So that's my little brief overview of Gmail. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Drive. Now, you get free space. The awesome thing about Gmail is that by using the Google apps is that you get the Drive. And with the Drive, you have the option to create. You can create a new document, which would be similar to Word, but not Word's product. It's Google's product. A presentation, a spreadsheet, a form. It's really, really cool. For example, for my governmental accounting class, I created a presentation schedule where students can actually go in and they can sign up themselves. What I did was I shared the link with them. So I'm going to share this link right here with my students. And they can go in and sign themselves up on the presentation schedule. So there's tons of options that you can do there. You can see here that I have, for example, a PDF document here. You can see here it has a little Adobe sign. The great thing is that I can save all kinds of different types of documents. So you can see that I've got Word documents, I've got spreadsheets. Again, you can either create an item in your Google Drive, or you can upload basically any type of file that you can possibly think of and then save that on your Google Drive. We all have those flash drives and USBs, but saving on the server, anytime that you log into your Gmail and you go to your drive, your documents are there. So you don't have to worry about if you forgot your flash drive. So it's a great thing to use, and then also share with students that they have the capabilities as well. So the other thing that I just want to show is that you have your own drive, but then you also have what's called shared with me. For example, here, Toshiba had shared a presentation that she had done. Now this was created in PowerPoint, but then she uploaded it into the drive. And what she did was she went up to share, and then she typed in me. She typed in myself. Or you could add someone else. You could add in a coworker, click share, same kind of thing. So again, you can lots of collaborative work you can share with your coworkers. So anyway, so the nice thing is with this that it's just like PowerPoint, but again, it's saved on your Google Drive. Okay. So that's pretty much it for Google Drive. Again, I'll go into more specifics in the Technology Tool Shop course. The next thing I want to talk about, the last thing, is just the calendar. So going into the calendar, and again, you can see when you log into Gmail, you can see all of your different Google apps up here at the top. So again, I started with Gmail, talked a little bit about the Drive, and now I'm talking about the calendar. So in the calendar features, again, lots of options that you can choose from. Again, on the left-hand side, you'll see a Create button. This is where you can create what they call in the Google Calendar an event. So if you click on Create, you can put in, for example, a meeting. You can choose the day, the time, whether it's all day, whether it repeats. Some really great options in here if it's a meeting that repeats, for example, every month. You can then go in and say, where it's going to be. You can also even add in, and this is from your Google Plus account, which I'm not going into detail about, but you could even choose an option in there to add a Google Hangout. It's just a meeting space where you can talk online with coworkers, etc. Now, in my case, I have multiple calendars. I have a calendar set up just for our accounting program, but I also have my own calendar, so you can choose which calendar. Put in a description, say whether you're available or busy. You can choose whether it's public, private, etc. Then I'm going to go to save, okay, and then it creates a new event. So that's creating an event. You can also scroll through a little mini calendar here, or up at the top here, just scrolling through. You can choose your months. You can scroll through. If you go to today, that'll bring you back to today's date. You can right here, you can see different options for choosing the day or the week, month. You can even have an agenda view. Again, lots of options. There are even a ton more options going again to that gearbox and going into settings. And in settings, you have lots of different options that you can play around with as far as setting up your calendar. Okay. So I'm going to go back to my default view here. All right. So let's go in and then talk about, so down here is a little mini calendar. Then you have your calendars, your own calendars. You can see here that I have my own and then my work calendar. Then I have down at the bottom, you can choose and share your calendar with other people. So for example, going in, this is my sister's calendar. I can share my calendar with her. You can even add, if you're a sports fan, etc. Here's the Badgers calendar here, their football schedule. So lots of different options there. Oh, there's the Brewers. You can add in the Brewers, and there are all the Brewer games. So again, you can share. For example, if you want to search for a coworker, again, you just type in their name, and then you can say that you want to add their calendar to yours and share. So again, lots of options in there, really great tool. So that's just a brief overview of the calendar. So again, I encourage you to join me at the Technology Tool Shop course when I'll be talking about Gmail, the calendar, and Drive. It's Tuesday, May 28th through Wednesday the 30th. And again, you can enroll in Infonline. Take care. Thanks.